And the next day you go to play with it. It's just like,
there's a woman running across no man's land with a prosthetic robot arm.
Just like millions of them just squirming around. All right, you guys, mosquitoes, virtual reality. We even gave you a recommendation. Watch Masters of the Air. It's incredible. All right, you guys, welcome back to the Rest Day podcast.
We're back at it again. It never stops, dude. It's never gonna stop.
Yeah, I feel like my body's just sore all the time, but then I always want to work out and get stronger too. We're doing a little pull day today. We started out with pull-ups, and then we'll probably do some rows, shrugs after this, and end with lateral raises as usual. Sam's dog, Goose, you know, he's this big, dude, almost 100-pound charcoal lab or whatever. Licked me right in the eyeball today. And it's just kind of like...
You're a parasite now?
I know, right?
Probably.
Just with just my luck, dude. It's itching. It's itching like I got insulation in it.
Ew. Probably licked his butt and then licked your eye, and now you have a ringworm in your eye.
I know, I don't want like pink eye or something.
Dude, today I opened my front door for the first time, and like 20 mosquitoes all flew away. It's January.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. It did get kind of warm the last few days. You gotta figure 50, 60 degrees is warm enough for the eggs to hatch, you know?
Yeah, what the hell?
I've had like one little mosquito in my truck every time I've gotten in it the last like... There's like, they got in there somehow and like made eggs. And it's just warm enough for like one mosquito to get birthed for like the last 3 months. I killed the one, and then the next day I get in my truck to come over here and one of his siblings hatched and I kill that one.
Yeah, there was like 20 some odd.
They're small, you know?
Mosquitoes, like they all just were like, oh, and they kind of flew away when I opened the door.
Yeah, they're not huge, they're teeny, but literally, and this time too, on my way here today, every day, a new mosquito hatches in my truck. I kill it.
This just seems weird to me. You know, I guess it has been warm and wet. There's some eggs in like one of my potted plants or something. But
have you seen like mosquito? I don't know what they would call it, like a mosquito den or like the litter, like their children, their larvae nest.
No,
it's pretty nasty. This is taking a weird turn already in mosquito talk, but we had like one of those big Costco inflatable pools. So like, I don't know, 12 feet by 12 foot, you know. It deflated and then we left it. It was way in the corner of the yard, whatever. So it was left there and then it got filled with rain and it was like the end of summertime.
Yeah.
And dude, I went and I looked at it and millions. And they look like little black rice kernels.
Ooh, the larvae.
And they're like, just like millions of them just squirming around. Like, and then you kick it, and you like squirm even more.
That's making me feel.
And so I had this like 30 seconds. It's like a mold killer. It's like shh. Because I don't, for one, the water's dirty and gross, and then I don't want like to breed 1 billion mosquitoes to come to in my yard.
When
I'm not just like murdering wildlife.
When Miranda lived in Nicaragua, her little brother, they all went to school there, and there was a fountain that was just like, not even a fountain, it was just stagnant water that had, you know, in the middle of like part of the school. And so like that half of the school always was just swarmed with mosquitoes. And her little brother was probably like, maybe like middle school. And he suggested, hey, why don't you drain that fountain? And it got rid of all the mosquitoes. Like, it had just always been that way, and everyone just dealt with it. And then, like,
get rid of the water.
Yeah. I feel like third world countries, they just like deal with discomfort and don't even think about it on a daily basis. So they're like just more resistant to like just being uncomfortable for a little while. Like, oh, that's just how it is when I'm at school in this part of this building.
The third world dealing with things is kind of how I just tried to describe toys in my childhood. You know, it's kind of like I don't know if it's just my parents bought cheap toys or something. I just knew as a kid, no matter what toy they got me, if it had batteries or any kind of button, it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't, like, it'd work once maybe. Like, you open it up on your birthday. Yeah. And then the next day you go to play with it. It's just like...
The toy lightsabers that shoot out,
yeah,
those would always break eventually because you're like beating each other with them.
They'd be like super loose. It's like,
and the light, it wouldn't light up or make sound anymore.
they have some pretty cool lightsabers now.
Well, they have like the really fancy ones that are like $400 for like props.
Yeah.
That are like replicas.
I think Garrett got one from, because if you go to,
yeah, they have those too.
what is it, Galaxy's Edge or something?
Yeah.
I don't really know. They have a fancy, stupid name for it. But Star Wars World. Star World Wars.
Star Wars Land.
Yeah. If you go to the SWP in Disneyland, and he built one, and that one, like, you actually, like, I think the crystal you buy actually colors, like, the light beam.
Yeah, there's something
like passes through it, so you can, like, pick, you know.
Those are cool, but they're expensive, and they still look like a big bulky toy.
I think they do make, those ones are cool if you want to say they're, like, you know.
They go through the whole, like, experience.
The legit thing or whatever.
Like, building it with your friends, and it's all narrated.
And you got it from Disneyland, you got it from there. And you can collect the different crystals.
Mm-hmm.
But there are third-party companies that make cooler ones.
Yeah,
that, like, actually, like, come out. Or
the right size and proportion and weight.
They're not super, because they are bulky, dude. Like, his handle is like my water bottle right there.
Yeah, they're silly.
It's like, no one could actually, like, fight with, like, this. And there's so many buttons on it, too. It's like, there's like, what's this button do? There's like 19 buttons on my lightsaber, and all it does is come in and out. I mean, Star Wars is pretty corny, like, if you really break it down.
I don't know, yeah. But it's a lightsaber is undoubtedly cool. There's something just cool about it.
I prefer the light swords from Rebel Moon.
Oh, God. Don't bring that up. Everyone's already forgot that exists.
Dude, people knew it existed the first day they previewed it, and then it just disappeared.
Just another one for the pile.
Masters of the Air has been great, but I realized that they're releasing it 1 week at a time. So I went to go watch another
cool
one.
Sometimes
It's smart for Apple Plus because it kind of gets you on the app. You go on the app to watch it. Oh, no, it doesn't release. And then you watch other stuff. Mm-hmm. I think it was smart for them to get people to watch, like, spend more time on Apple Plus TV because they don't have a huge selection. I think they
does the episodes leave off on cliffhangers?
No, it's Band of Brothers style. It's like very true to the history and the book they're following. You get little glimpses and pieces of each of the main characters throughout, but because it's so true to the real story, you don't have like this fake corny drama through line the whole time. Like, well, the dramatic through plot is World War II. You know what I mean? So it kind of like most people have that knowledge in their minds. Lauren likes it enough. Like, I was going to watch it without her, but then she wanted to watch it. She was like, I hope they have more female characters and not just their girlfriends and wives. I'm like, whatever actually happened.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to add any, like, you know what I mean? They're not going to add any more. Like, it's like watching, you know, like, the Gladiators. Like, I hope they have a couple of female gladiator characters.
Hopefully,
like, if it happened.
There's a woman running across no man's land with a prosthetic robot arm. You know,
Battlefield 1. I mean, maybe they could, like, maybe Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg's next, you know, iteration of their World War II series will be like the Rosie the Riveters. But they just follow the story. It's not, you know.
Honestly, that'd be a good show. Just
people would watch it.
Watching the girls back home, what they did, how they got by. You know? Yeah,
it fits the vibe of that show. The vibe's very stream of consciousness. It's, you know, but super beautiful, dude, and like it's so cool because you remember the scene in Band of Brothers on, I think it's the second episode when they airdrop in D-Day. So the first one was all training. It's that guy from Friends. He's like their training guy. It's like an hour and a half. It's a good episode. They're all great. And then the second one is like, holy crap, this show is legit, dude. Like, I was in middle school or even before, I think, when I watched it. It was like, dude, this is the coolest thing ever. And they're like flying, and you know, and they're all tied up, and they one at a time jump out, and it follows Captain Winters as he's like all alone. He's like, but the plane, you know, they have, I forgot what they're called, but they have their artillery, and they like blow up in the air.
Yeah, flat cannons or whatever.
Yeah, they're like the flat cannons, like boom, boom, boom. Dude, you remember that scene from Band of Brothers? Master of the Air is like it's like times 1,000, dude, because it's so, just the graphics and the camera, and like, dude, it's so, and the sound too. Like, I listened to it or watching it on the TV, but I went back and watched it on my iPad, dude, and the lighting and the 3D sound, dude, of like, boom, flat cannon will go off, the ship will rattle, and you'll hear like the scrap like tink in all the different places on the plane, dude. And then the light is it like the iPad Pro's light is as bright as like daylight, dude. So it's like boom, like it's like boom, 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 like it's so cool. Dude. That would be sick on VR, dude.
Or if you just had a really nice Dolby Atmos system in your house.
I almost wonder, because it's an Apple show, I almost wonder if it has Dolby Atmos.
It is.
Yeah,
for sure.
Probably.
100%.
And then on my iPad Pro, dude, it would, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
With my AirPods, you can kind of simulate Dolby Atmos. I tried it out watching some show on Apple. And I don't know, it just felt weird watching my TV on my couch with headphones on.
Right.
Like, it just felt weird. I think the Bluetooth was like a little slow too. Like, so, like it wasn't quite synced up with their mouths perfectly. But, you know, having a real surround sound set up in your house is something people do for their home theaters pretty often. Well, the thing with like headphones doing surround sound is it's a rendering of it to just come out of two speakers when it should be coming out of like 5, 6, 7 more speakers, you know. And the other thing they do is like head tracking. So it like tracks your head in space, and when you turn your ears, it like gives you a slightly different impact.
Fixed.
Yeah, like the speakers are fixed in theoretical space, and it's rendering and tracking your head. And they're not actually speakers there, but it feels like they're behind you. And when you turn your head, you can tell because it's like gets louder because your ear's facing it.
Dude, you would love to watch movies on my iPad Pro. It's so cool. I do sometimes, when, like if I watch movies alone without Lauren, like I just do it because it becomes as big as the TV, you know, because the TV's that far away, and then I put the iPad right here, dude, and I put the headphones in, and an iPad Pro, like I have the newest one or whatever, the biggest iPad Pro, and it's like the colors, and it's so crazy. Dude, Masters of the Air looks better than the newest Avatar. Like it's impressive.
Apple's got a lot of money to throw at that kind of stuff.
Tom Hanks, I noticed he definitely has like a deal with Apple.
Yeah,
because everything he's been doing has been on there recently.
Was that 4?
That's what I was just going to ask, was it? Yeah, we should probably move on. All right, you guys. Mosquitoes, virtual reality. We even gave you a recommendation. Watch Masters of the Air. It's incredible. My memory is so bad. I'm recording this right now.
They're going to get to see
these things.
They're getting to see my luscious locks for the first time.
His luscious locks it's only been 2 times. Thanks for hanging out. Like, subscribe, comment, share. We'll catch you guys next time. Probably tomorrow. We'll be back for legs. We did legs, push yesterday, pull today, legs again tomorrow. We're trying to get huge butts. We're not done. We did pulls before you saw. We did these, and we're going to do probably some rows with the landmine and lat raises to finish it off.
Jeez.
So,
okay.
Peace.